Hurricane Erin on the move. The Category 2 storm packing 105-mile-per-hour winds, and North Carolina's governor is now declaring a state of emergency. The state's Outer Banks have a tropical storm warning, with some areas even under mandatory evacuation orders. Threats there include waves up to 20 feet with coastal damage and flooding. And further north, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy says don't go in the water. That's despite how nice the weather seems up there. WABC's chopper flying over those no swimming red flags along the coast in Long Branch. They could see some very big swells, waves, rip currents there too. And today, New York City's Mayor Eric Adams, he closed city beaches for swimming tomorrow and Thursday because of those dangerous expected conditions. And ABC's Victor Oquendo is in North Carolina's Outer Banks with the very latest.
A warning up and down the East Coast. Even though it is not expected to make landfall, do not take this storm lightly. Hurricane Erin will make its closest approach to the coast around Wednesday or Thursday. Coastal flooding, dangerous surf, ocean overwash, and beach erosion are expected from Florida all the way up to Maine. Evacuations ordered along the Outer Banks in North Carolina as authorities warn that Hurricane Erin could churn up dangerous rip currents and swamp roads with waves up to 15 feet.
We recently came under a storm surge watch in Dare County. 2 to 4 feet is about here on this pole. It could flood cars, it will flood roads, it'll put your life at risk.
While some beachgoers are trying to enjoy the sun while it lasts, most residents and vacationers have hastily packed up to get out of North Carolina's barrier islands before the storm hits and the roads become impassable.
But overall, it's a disappointment that we have to leave early, but more important is our family's safety.
The Pentagon today releasing these images of members of the Air Force Reserve hurricane hunters dropping ocean buoys from an airplane to gather data on the storm. Red flags out on beaches in Delaware and New Jersey, where swimming is also banned due to the rough surf as Erin inches northward.
Please take this seriously. Particularly push back on complacency, on the human nature of, gosh, it's beautiful outside. Let's sneak a quick dip in the water. This is not the week to do that.
Victor Oquendo reporting for us. Victor, thank you. And for more on this, let's bring in ABC senior meteorologist Melissa Griffin, who is tracking Erin's path. Mel, where do we expect her to go from here?
Well, Trevor, we're watching Erin very closely. It's a Category 2 now, so it is weakening some, but I don't want that to get anyone caught off guard because it is growing in size, and that's why we're so concerned about those coastal impacts. Take a look at the current alerts. As of the 2 o'clock update, we have tropical storm warnings now for the Outer Banks. Storm surge warnings included 2 to 4 feet of surge for the Outer Banks on top of the large waves that are anticipated there. A tropical storm watch extending as far north now into Virginia. Here's the current path. We still expect it to be between Bermuda and the East Coast, but getting its closest run to the U.S. coastline by about Thursday, a Category 2. That's when it's at its closest to the Outer Banks. But anywhere from Florida right up to Maine will experience these coastal impacts, including destructive large waves, high rip currents, coastal flooding, and beach erosion. Here's the dangerous surf. We're expecting 10 to 20-foot waves possible for parts of the Outer Banks, even as far north as the Northeast, Montauk down to the Jersey Shore, up to 15-foot waves. So I want to time that out for you because it's a beautiful week here in parts of the East Coast, and you don't want to get caught off guard if you're at the beach because it's going to be very dangerous when it comes to the waves. Beach erosion on top of that, but look at here, you can see by tomorrow is when the highest waves are expected for the Outer Banks, 15 to 20 plus feet for places like Cape Hatteras. Myrtle Beach down to Savannah could see up to 6-foot waves today into tomorrow. I want to really break it down though for the Outer Banks because some of these waves could be up to 20 feet. That's large breaking waves on the coast, and what that could mean is extreme beach and coastal damage. These waves could cause destruction anywhere along properties along the coast. Severe flooding could also extend well inland, so that is something to keep an eye out. If you're in those evacuation zones, you want to heed those warnings. As I mentioned, some of these waves are going to be very large in the Northeast as well. Ocean City, Atlantic City, right up to Long Island, 8 to 12 plus foot waves. That's by Thursday. A very dangerous week for coastal impacts all on the East Coast, Trevor.
Just so powerful, even though it's so far away. Okay, Melissa Griffin for us. Melissa, thank you so much.